Hello, my name is Alexis and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about this very toxic character from Gilmore Girls. I'm going to talk to you about Dean, because I know Dean was kind of like a fan favorite for some people, but people should admit that he was very toxic and abusive. Like, when he was with Roy, like, he wasn't physically abusive, but he was emotionally abusive. Like, he didn't like it when Roy hung out with, like, any males that were not him. Like, when, he wouldn't even let Roy hang out with Tristan, like, for a school project or anything, because he didn't want her to. Because Tristan and Roy did kiss once, but it was when Dean and Roy was broken up, so there was no cheating there. But when Roy and Tristan get have a school project or in like a school play together, Dean did not want Roy to be alone with Tristan, even for a school project. So he insisted on coming with her, which was very toxic, because like, he should learn to trust Roy, like trust that she won't cheat or anything like that. And then when Jess comes into the picture, like, we already saw Dean become very, like, violent, like, because he's gotten into physical fights with Tristan before. But then when Jess gets into the picture, it's so much worse. Like, granted, there was something going on between Roy and Jess. No one's denying that, because there was obviously feelings there. But Dean was very abusive, because he would not listen to any of Roy's explanation, even though she did not cheat then. Like, if he ever saw Roy with Jess, he got very mad at her and started a fight, to the point where all Roy and Dean ever did was fight. And Roy felt like she could not tell Dean anything in fear that he would get mad at her. And Dean also tried to alienate Roy from her mother, because, like, Dean went to Lorelai about Roy and Jess and was talking to Lorelai about it, which, like, that wasn't right, because, like, why should Dean go to Roy's mother about this situation? Like, it wasn't her business. But then Lorelai talks to Roy about it, and she's like, well, Dean says. Then Roy's like, oh, well, if Dean says, maybe you should talk to Dean about it. Like, it was awful. Like, Dean tried to alienate Roy from her mother. Yeah. But it was just a very toxic situation. And then when Dean meets Lindsay and gets married to Lindsay, he realizes, well, he has Lindsay now, he can do whatever he wants. Because Lindsay was such a good wife and such a good person. She tried to do everything to make Dean happy. But it wasn't enough. Because then Dean realizes, oh, well, I guess I could have Roy now, too. So he cheats on Lindsay with Roy. But then, before Lindsay actually found out about the cheating, she tries to ask Dean, like, if something's wrong, and Dean kind of gaslights her. And kind of he yells at her and makes Lindsay cry. Which was not right. Like, he was awful to Lindsay. He gaslit her. He emotionally abused her. He yelled at her for no reason, when all Lindsay was trying to do was be a good wife to him. Like, honestly, Dean was so toxic. Like, a lot of people said Dean was a good boyfriend and all that. Like, yeah, he was a good boyfriend at first, like, at the first part of season 1. But then after that, like, Dean kind of wants Rory to spend all her time with him and everything, and doesn't want Rory to spend time with any other guys, and he doesn't like her friends and everything. But I know that Dean was a fan favorite, but he was toxic. Like, no one can deny that. He was abusive. Like, sure, he wasn't physically abusive. Like, he never hit, like, Roy or Lindsay or any women. But he was emotionally abusive. So, yeah. Please comment what you guys think of Dean. Like, do you agree with me that he was abusive and toxic? Or do you not agree? So thank you all for watching this video. Bye.